So Corey Daniel somehow got my phone number, Mr. Phoenix Enigma himself. And this is the text message. I'm just gonna put the fucking whole conversation on a video. Just let everyone read it. Glenna is the idiot from Ohio. She lives in Ohio. Captain Underpants, Phoenix Enigma's best friend, also lives in Ohio. And they are desperately trying to cover up the 1,000 missing kids in Ohio because I believe their group is involved with that. I'm not your enemy, but I've called you all names in the book, and I got your phone number from someone and just reached out. Even though he had already emailed me and asked me to be on this, and I told him to go fuck himself. And so, after he didn't get what he wanted in an email, he came out of the blue and had my cell phone number. Fuck. He gets a hold of Neil Gross all the time, my sheriff, so they probably gave him my phone number. Who fucking knows? Maybe it was Glenna. Maybe it was my fucking sheriff who's working with this group. Because he's part of the pedophile protection squad as well. Let alone running a fucking meth operation with his uncle, the prosecuting attorney, in our little tiny small town in Iowa that has a big meth problem. And this dude just lies. Just lies. He'll argue their arguments, but he doesn't know who they are. You know? Oh, more honesty. Was that an insult? You think? You think? It's just an observation, dude. The dude is a frickin' liar. And Dowd, the Lord of Darkness himself, convicted fucking pedophile, best friends to Corey Daniel, who was also on the bridge when Isaac went off it, from what I understand. And maybe people don't think that him just coming out of the blue with having my fucking cell phone number isn't creepy. I think it's creepy. I've never actually done it to anybody. It's creepy. And he's always trying to insist that I'm a fucking victim. He'll call me names, and I'm like the worst person he's ever met. But then he says, oh, well, you know, I'm just... The dude fluctuates from trying to kiss my ass to fucking insulting me and doesn't realize why I would have a problem with him. And I email him, but I also but the emails that I send him, I send my video that I do every day so he knows that I'm talking to him. Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross is also involved in those emails, and thinking about it, Neil Gross is probably the fuckhead who gave him my fucking phone number too. Because Neil would like nothing more than to shut me up. He just justifies it. I'm a researcher. That's how I found your phone number. I'm obsessive about you, and I can find anything I want about you. But I shouldn't be threatening at all. Okay. Says it all. And dude, you didn't have to know Isaac to throw him off a fucking bridge. But your wife was the last person who talked to him, and Captain Underpants, your best friend, has all of his fucking computer shit. You may not have known him, but everyone you seem to know was best friends with Isaac. How does that work? And why would I speak to him? He's just a fucking liar. We'd go around in circles and go nowhere. It would be a huge waste of time. And fuck, email after email after email after email. We've never spoken on the phone because I have no interest. But to say that we haven't spoken and it's email after email after email, this dude calls me delusional but doesn't have a fucking grasp about reality. You know? The dude has gone drawn out for 4 years and is all thing Isaac Cappy's death. And I'm not the only one accusing him, and I am not the only one making videos. I am the only one, however, that he seems to be obsessed with, other than Thomas. And when I think someone is a delusional liar, I obsess about them all the time, doesn't everybody? I mean, doesn't everybody? You know? I'm a nobody. He says that all the time. But, fuck. He's obsessed with me. It gets worse, trust me. And he's right, because I told him, do you really think I'm gonna wait? No. God only knows what this weirdo has planned. Dude, I was working with Isaac trying to expose a Nazi pedophile, a satanic Nazi pedophile ring. I don't give a fuck about his friends. You mean like Captain Underpants, who has all of his stuff? Or the roommate who lied? Or the fucking last person he talked to? Your wife? Yeah. Isaac didn't have that great of friends. That's just my opinion. And no, the dude is an asshole, and we have spoken. Email after email after email after email after email after email after email. I don't get where he says we haven't spoken. Have I spoken to him on the phone or in person? No. But then that's like him saying that he never spoke to Isaac in person. Now he's saying that he's never met Isaac. But that story has changed as well. And I think he's fucked. I think there's a lot of people. And I am giving him his phone number, because I gave it at the very beginning of this video. Fuck. He told me to give it to people, so I'm just doing what he asked. And this argument is the same argument that Doug Mesner, aka Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple, this is the only fucking thing they have on me. Something that happened when I was 13. I'm now 57 years old. But they're running around like it fucking happened yesterday. You know? It didn't happen yesterday. But this is the same fucking arguments I've had to deal with Lucian Greaves. But he doesn't know them. He's not connected. Not at all. He couldn't possibly be part of the same satanic pedophile Nazi ring that Isaac and I were trying to expose before Isaac went off a fucking bridge. Where he was there. And he does reek of desperation. He just reeks of desperation. Because again, he's obsessed with me. And you will see how obsessed he is with me in just a minute. He thinks he's all that, and he'll run his mouth. That's why I think investigators should listen to everything he fucking says. He can't help but run his mouth and fuck himself over. He has spoken to people I know. He is seeking out people that I know. He's not obsessed at all. Not at all. You know? The dude is a freak. So you admit that you've obsessively reached out to people in my life, you know? And he's afraid that the shit is gonna get proven. He has run his mouth and lied for 4 fucking years, and now his lies, all I did was go through and figure out the things that he said and then him contradicting himself. He contradicts himself constantly. He's a liar. And because he was involved with Isaac, by his own admission, I think he's a fucking murderer too. Prove anything you've said about me. Well, he's obsessive. He's told me he got my phone number out of nowhere. He's reached out to people, supposedly, that know me, even though the people that are around me, no one has said anything. But prove anything you've said about me. Dude, you do it all by yourself. Because he's really trying hard to get at me. And I have fucking confronted him. I've confronted Doug Mesner. I've confronted Shelby County Sheriff Neil Gross. I don't know where he gets the fact that I don't confront people. I confront them all the time. It's just that most people don't act like crybaby little bitches. when I do. The dude's a